everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Slay the Spire. It's been going pretty well lately. We just did a, oh that's right, we did a silent run and we lost on the final boss despite having a good deck. I recall. We're gonna play as the Ironclad. I like them both. I'm waiting for character 3, but I like them both. Upgraded card is gonna apply to Bash. Oh my lord. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. I don't believe we can get to an elite. Lose 8 max HP for 250 gold. Or lose your starting relic for a random boss relic. I'm gonna lose the HP for some gold because there's an early shop, but I'm not really like super pleased about it. In the end, I got nobody to blame but myself. I can get you and then put up a little defense. No, I can't because of energy, you idiot. Okay, getting back into the swing of things here. If we end up getting a really good relic early, then of course I'm going to feel like this was probably the right decision. But actually, believe it or not, I'm kind of happy that the game gave us a tough choice for once. Because most of the times you play the game, one of the top 2 options is like demonstrably the right choice. We're going to take a lot of damage on this fight, unfortunately. Not a lot, you know, relative to our max HP, but a lot relative to how much we'd like to. Didn't really have much of a choice on that last turn because we drew, oh my god, exclusively offense, and then on that turn we drew exclusively defense, but rarely is our first fight gonna really like set the tone for the whole run, so I'm not overly concerned just yet. I like all 3 of these cards in their own unique way. I think I'll start with Flame Barrier. It gives us, I visualize it as like space. It gives us space to hurt the enemies. Because we can usually block enough as a result of that. So I'm going to take Tori. I think Tori's a great relic. And then on top of that, sure, I understand. Corruption, if you have like Dead Branch, is awesome. I feel like this justifies the loss of HP. And you know what? I am going to add, a Clash. Even though, you know, there's quote-unquote Clash decks, I sort of feel like Clash is good in almost every shell you can put it in. Because what it does, essentially it enables you to get an attack for 0. So if you were gonna block anyway, then it's just free real estate, you know what I mean? Like we play this, and then we look at it and we probably do it like this, but it's essentially... It's almost, dare I say it, a defensive card. I might as well just do this. It's a defensive card in the sense that it enables you to guilt-free play all of your defense while still dealing some damage and making progress in the overall fight. We haven't run Headbutt in a while, but I think it's good. I just realized we're on a path of like... At the end of this path that we're on right now, we're either going to be like super far ahead or we're going to be dead. Because it's all combat and elites with no rests in between. So, in particular, our first elite fight is going to really set the tone for how the rest of this is going to go. I think I'll let you hit me for 6. And I'll do as much damage as I can to you on this turn. So that I can definitely kill you next turn. And we did, like, for sure get there. And we're going to heal back up to 64. And I think we have our first elite fight now. Many people are upset that I like Cleave. Even Austin and HC Justin they're insulting me with my love of Cleave. I think it's a good card. I think Whirlwind might be better, but I don't know, man. I think it still fits here. I'm still gonna take it, but oh, we have another fight first. Just recognize I do have some self-awareness about the fact that maybe it's not that good. That being said, I think it's still worth using. We should probably use our block potion, I think. The thing is, I think we just need to be as aggressive as possible, because this guy's going to be mad annoying to fight. We want to kill him as soon as possible so we have HP available for the next floor. Thank you for the next fight, which is an elite. Thank you for not being weakness. Okay, so this will kill you dead, and we're only going to take 1 damage here, so I'll make you vulnerable. I doubt we can kill you next turn, but we're kind of handling this in the right way, I think. If there's one thing you need to know about Northernlion, what a strange deck we have here. That puts nothing on top of our deck, I think. I can take criticism. I have self-awareness, and I consider my existence fundamentally absurd. The fact that this is what I do for a living is kind of hilarious to me. So I'm fully aware of the fact that, whenever people criticize the way I play in a video game, sometimes it gets to me. I think we'll try seeing red here. But most of the time, I'm able to take a step back in context and be like, I'm stressed out because I'm being insulted on the internet about how I play a video game. I think we will go... you know what, I think we'll go. Because we have Clash on a turn that also enables us to do a decent amount of damage, we could wait for the perfect draw, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I hate that these guys are strong now, but... Sure. I'll accept taking 8. So, what I want to... I'm not, like, pumping my own tires there. All I'm trying to say is, I can take criticism about being bad at this game. That doesn't really bother me in the least. Most of the time. We're going to go hard on this turn and hard on the next turn. I accept we're going to take damage as a result. And it really, for this elite fight, I don't think it bothers me that much. For the next elite fight, it might bother me a lot. This is terrible. Just awful. Can't get you as low as I would like, and that's gonna mean that we probably end up taking another pretty nasty hit right on the face here, which essentially could mean that we die. I don't know, like being... I'm just trying to think of, like, what elites can we actually kill? Alright, so give me a second here. This will take us to 15. This means we take 1 damage and he takes 4, and then we get 1 free shot at him. So, thanks to Tori, this is not that bad. We probably can't kill him here, but we can probably kill him before he gets to attack again. We can kill him here. So yeah, I'm always open to evaluating the way that I play these cards. Don't get me wrong. Dude, Mummified Hand is really good. Do we want to take a power? It's a little aggressive here. I kind of like Impervious as well. I think I'm going to take Impervious. I know it doesn't synergize with Mummified Hand, but still. It's like actually extremely good. So we're going to take 1 damage, thanks to Tori. Which really, if we end up making it through this first floor, it's going to be a big reason why, I should say. And we're going to, knowing what's ahead of us here, we're going to make a real effort not to take very much damage, because we need all the HP we can get. Well, this is where you like having Impervious for sure. So we're going to have maybe 30-ish HP. What? We can still get there, but only thanks to Adrenaline or Seeing Red. Yeah, we're gonna have 30-ish HP for this fight, which is very scary to me. I still think I overrate armaments, but I'm gonna take it because I'm a creature of habit. Dude, we're gonna get through this whole floor having like never seen a campfire. So this guy's scary, but I think we aren't that perturbed by it. We can probably race him. And we can tactically use like an Impervious. It'll raise his strength, but that's not that bad. Like, I gotta think about this for a second, because if I play this, you'll do 10 damage, but we'll take 1 instead of taking 8 right now. So I kind of feel like the time is right for like a bash followed by a defend. And again, thanks to Tori, we take 1 damage instead of 8. Mind you, he does 2 extra damage every single turn from that point on, but... And like immediately this looks like a brain dead decision, because we're going to go down to 3 HP. There's nothing we can do to get Tori to activate here, so I really think that, you know, while he's vulnerable, we take these shots at him and we accept that we might die here, and if we die, we die. But I still think this is the way you approach it. We essentially have to kill him. And I don't think we can. What an extreme bummer. You know what would have done it probably is taking the Ancient Potion to make ourselves not get vulnerable 2 turns ago. But I honestly just chose the wrong path there. If I'm being honest with you, I went, hey, let's go this path and we'll get a shop. Well, this is easy because we don't even have to choose. We'll get an early shop and that'll be that. Instead, I ended up on, you know, it's when you're skiing and you're like, I want to be on the bunny hill. Somehow you find yourself on like a double black diamond. Out on the streets for a living. You guys like Kiss or the Replacements? What? Oh, no, brain. This was, slow your roll. That was horrible. You really, like, you just took 5 extra damage and there was no need for it whatsoever. Slow your roll. Easy there, big fella. We're gonna nip that in the bud. I always thought, like, maybe it's my inner millennial, which is an expression that doesn't really make sense because I'm definitely like a millennial, but biologically and temporally speaking, I really like pommel draw. It seems important. Hold up. Hello, friend. I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. Yes. Pull a basic strike. You might think the defends are better to pull. I don't know. I've been following the temperature of the discourse, and it seems like most people are of the opinion that it's better to pull strikes, and I think my anecdotal evidence kind of agrees with that. This is not a bad fight here. But yeah, whenever I go skiing, I'm always like, I'm not a confident skier, but I'm not bad at it, so to speak. I think we can kill you. Like, I can ski on, like, mid-difficulty ski hills and be fine, but I'm always cognizant of the fact that there's no barriers, and I'm always just, like, one wrong turn away from possibly swerving onto a ski hill that could literally kill me. It always makes me think. I'm like, I really read the signs closely. It's crazy. I mean, I imagine that's part of, like, the draw of skiing for people that are super into it, which I'm not necessarily, but is that, you know, the whole mountain's open and you can dynamically choose. Did you guys know you could do this, by the way? Extinguish these torches? Amazing. You can dynamically choose what route you're going to take based on your desires at the time, but for me, I'm like, take a wrong turn and you're dead. I like anger if we get more draw. So for now, I'm going to take clothesline. And we don't really have a unified deck archetype. Cleave, please. But we may one day. We're not going to kill. You're going to deal 16 damage. I mean, we could block 5 and then attack with an upgraded. Well, I guess we could actually block 5. We could block 13 if we wanted, but rather than do that, I'm just gonna play aggressively. You know what? Let's take... Oh, I almost discarded it. Let's take our energy potion, and we'll armaments, upgrading defend, and then we'll play defend. Now we're taking 3 damage, and I think that that's a much more forward-facing approach for us, because when we get to our campfire, we definitely want to upgrade armaments, or any card that fits the upgrade pattern, but specifically armaments is a really good one for us right now. We're just gonna knock 6 damage off the table here, and we'll take 6, but we heal for 6 at the end anyway. I'm pretty sure this dude wounds me. Ah, that's so much worse. Well, I actually think let's ride out our weakness. Kind of a metal expression when you consider that you're playing a card game. Ride out your weakness, young card slinger. Something about slinger. Feels like a 4-letter word. It's because of the expression yogurt slinging, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm veering into Isaac commentary, which is a good sign. I think it's a sign I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with Slay the Spire, but I'm probably gonna, you know, be making mistakes as a result of a lack of focus, like the blacksmith from Dark Souls. Recorded on a tin can microphone in 1991. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Are we going to commit to an exhaust synergy? Because it's a rare power, I'm going to take it. But we don't have to play it yet. We don't have any cards that get exhausted, I think. Throw this, he won't curl up, so he's actually just dead. And then for you, choose to take 1 damage. The potions have really come in handy here. 2 attacks and you're dead. 1 attack that's a clothesline. Clothesline just strictly better than playing 2 strikes because of the weakness. And it has equivalent damage. So spot weakness is just lovely. I think it's better than Warcry. Even though Warcry has exhaust synergy. And so does Second Wind, really. Okay. Alright. I'm starting to understand the exhaust synergy now. We need, like, Dead Branch or something to get there. This is what I want, actually. Even though we should upgrade armaments. I hate to say it, but the thing is, armaments costing 1. If we can play armaments on a turn where we have Dark Embrace in our hand, it's paid for itself because it's free, but I think it's a little messy to start with here. Calipers is awesome. So we just start with, 7 block for each. Applying 3 weakness is nice. Pommel being upgraded is nice, but let's upgrade Dark Embrace so it's more playable without being slow. And we will try our first elite fight here. It's Lagavulin. We benefit from this fight right now because we will just upgrade everything. And we'll pass. We only get 3 turns. But I'd really like to enable our power before I do anything. But I think this is the turn we'll go on, because we got 3 attacks. I don't believe we are forced into... No, we're not forced into another elite fight. So we should live. Do I want to play Dark Embrace on this turn? Let's give it a try, huh? I might be a little guilty of trying to fight this guy too on the nose, but I want to see. If the synergy doesn't work now, it might never work, so here you go. I'll hit you with that. You're weak as heck. Let me think about this. We do have a lot more combat coming. But you're only vulnerable for 1 more turn. I think I'd like to hit you. And you know, I don't even know why I go through the whole rigmarole of, am I gonna hit you or ain't I gonna hit you? Because I'm gonna hit you. It's a really bad turn for us to draw Second Wind. Even though it does give us card draw. We definitely want to, like, pommel. That's our best move. And then I think you're 33. I might prefer to just bash. Even though I think bash is a little overrated, I don't dislike playing it on a slow turn. This guy's going to remain weak, which means he can't kill us. He's only going to hit for 15. Of course, I'd just prefer to kill him, if possible, which we can do. Our HP is not that bad, actually. Ancient T-set is not particularly strong. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. With, like, Ice Cream or something, I kind of, I think that I would like more because you can roll the energy over if you're not using it on turn 1, but for now it's just like if you don't get something you want on turn 1, tough luck. You definitely want to wipe somebody out here. And it has to be you. Now we're kind of in, I don't want to call it a holding pattern, but we have a very simple approach for the rest of the game. We want to... Give me Pommel back. We don't need a 2 energy card. I'd actually like to take you down to 8 HP. Just so that next turn we can kill both of you. All we need to do is live to the boss. And if we live to the boss, we can defeat the boss maybe, and we got ourselves a chance. We're weak as heck, but we might still be able to make it. If we can't, we can always gain 5 block. That's a very tempting offer. And then 2 strikes. 2 strikes will get you. 1 clothesline will also get you. So I think we got a little lucky with the card draw. Stacking up potions. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 4 block. It's a new character I'm trying out. It's a guy whose voice is just my voice, but slightly more exaggerated. Gain 4 block. And to start with an armaments, I wanted these to become cheap. And to be honest with you, I don't really know what I was doing there, but I just finally got to the point where I could enable those powers, and I got excited. We gotta kill this guy. He's gotta die, or he's gonna take our dang gold. I'd really like to take no damage. We're gonna take some damage, like, quite clearly. You're hitting me for 14? Are you out of your mind? That's more like it. I'm actually very perturbed by the situation that we're in here. But I hold out an inordinate amount of hope. We got 27 damage here. That we're gonna pull through and get through this floor at the very least. Offering. I mean, it's really good, especially with our exhaust synergy. Sure, I'll play offering. Please don't be combat. Let's go. I would love the gold, and normally I like to play a little riskier, despite not having the intellect required to make that sustainable. I just am a little afraid of it right now, and I think that's extremely justifiable. So I'm gonna drink both potions, because I'm very frightened. We have 5 energy, which is awesome. We will armaments. I'm gonna bash ya. I'm gonna strike ya. I'm gonna strike ya again. You're gonna hit us for 2 and probably give us frailty, but next turn I might be able to split ya. Draw reduction. We'll start with Dark Embrace. He's doing nothing. We will use Offering. Probably follow that with a Pommel. And we're gonna take him down below the split on this turn. Throw a Headbutt in here. And honestly, bring back Armaments, because the rest of the cards in the draw pile have not seen upgrades yet. And then at this point, we should Clothesline. Even though Weakness won't apply to him, we want to Clothesline because it does the most damage, and we only have 1 other attack for 1 energy anyway, so we might as well double the attack. 2 of these guys at 43 HP is not bad at all. So we're gonna feel no pain. We're gonna Armaments for block, and then we are gonna Second Wind, and we do get card draw out of that. Plus a bunch of blocks. So we've kind of enabled whatever exhaust synergy is happening here. Please don't weaken me. Frail me. Yeah. And then don't both attack on the same turn. Those are the 2 things that we need to, like, never happen here. Thank God for this strength potion. To be honest with you, there was a moment, and it wasn't very long ago, where I was like, oh, we're gonna lose on the first floor again. So to not be stuck in that limbo feels very nice, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't really want to let you hit me for 13, but... Or 18, I should say. It would be 13 if we blocked. I think we just try to get one over on this guy as soon as possible. As soon as there's 1 enemy left, all we need to do is put up, like, any block, and we'll be probably fine. Yeah, this is the good stuff right here. So we'll ride out our weakness while making him weak and doing as much damage as possible. We continue to be weak, disregard. I'm just looking at it now, and I'm like, do we want to hit him this turn? We'll deal 9 damage to him. That'll take him down to 15. But you got to imagine that next turn you could probably do even more. And maybe, you know, passing and removing more HP on the next turn, especially on a turn where he's choosing to attack, might be a much more advisable option. And in fact, it definitely is, because he's actually just dead. So there's a tactical energy storage there. You gotta love Bludgeon. When you draw it, you're always happy to draw it, and that's the thing. It's inflexible, but whenever you draw it, it's like, do I want to kill an enemy this turn? Admittedly, Dark Embrace feels good because we already have one. But I think we'll just go for the straight-up damage. We kind of lack high-end in this deck right now. And then you go, okay. Sure, I think Snecko Eye... The game... And don't take this as an insult to the developers, because the game is still in early access. It's got a long... Well, I don't know if it has a long way to go, but either way, it's, you know, it's not like it's advertised as a fully finished product. I would love to see more boss relics. I think it suffers from a little bit of a lack of variety. Just end up with a few too many Snecko Eye runs right now. But, I mean, to be fair, there was a period where I was like, I'm never taking this item. I think I'd rather you just hit me for 6. We've already done, like, a nice amount of damage here. I do like a Snecko Eye run as well. It keeps you engaged, because you never know where it's going to go, right? You'll never shine if you don't glow, of course. But this is what I mean. Like, you get Bludgeon for free sometimes. Offering is like lose 4 HP to draw 2 cards. Sorry, draw 3 cards. My mistake. Weirdly enough, I think we... hear me out here. If I bash you and bludgeon you, you're dead. So I just need to find a way to deal 14 damage to you. And I don't take any pleasure in exhausting cards that are actually good, but I have a high degree of confidence that I can kill you on this turn no matter what. So yeah, I'm starting to feel like we got something going on here. Of course, we're always beholden to the Snecko Eye. I never want to take a 0 energy card. I don't think I want to take Twin Strike either. I think almost exclusively I want to take cards that fit our synergy, especially if they're expensive. And I don't even know if we have a synergy now. Our synergy might be expensive cards. This is such a strange situation here. I definitely want to play a 0 energy defend. And I definitely want to strike you. Then we can only play one of these. I think the right play is to play armaments, take 2 damage, and get debuffed, but I would have preferred a much stronger first turn. Yeah, like the synergy with Snecko Eye, I think, is just you take expensive cards. Cards exhausted, gain a card. I don't know. We'll think about it, because first we definitely bludgeon. It's just like by far the highest value. I think we just go for damage dealing. And we'll bring back bludgeon in the hopes that it'll cost 0 or 1 when it comes back. Even if it costs 2, we could still theoretically kill this guy next turn. It costs 0, so you are absolutely dead. Aren't you? Dude, this is incredible to me. We are actually weak as hell. We got lucky, dude, like that we were able to do that. Did you remove like 90% of my strength? I was looking at the numbers, like unable to fathom how little damage we were dealing, but this run's cruising right now. We will add a Perfected Strike. Even though we've removed a strike, Perfected Strike is a lot of damage that is 50% of the time going to be cheaper than its current cost. 50% of the time it's going to be the same price or more expensive. If a card costs 3 mana, 3 energy, sorry, then you're always going to be happy to take it, because 25% of the time it'll cost what it normally costs and is probably worth. 75% of the time you're getting a discount. For 2 energy cards, 50% of the time you're getting a discount, 25% of the time it costs the same, 25% of the time it's more expensive. That's why, like, a 0 energy card just, like, makes no sense. There are times when you'd probably be okay with playing it for 1, but, you know, when you start paying 2 energy for it, you're just like, please stop this. Speaking of which, you are dead, thankfully, because that turn was looking a little scary. I think we actually kind of like a Searing Blow. We don't have many ways to gain strength, any ways to gain strength. Searing Blow, the longer a fight goes on, the more times it gets hit by armaments, the happier we're going to be. So I quite like that. This is a bad first turn. But we're going to start with a Pommel and hope we draw something great, and we did. We still have 2 energy without really like anything to do with it, so I'm going to lose 4 HP to gain 3 cards, and hopefully we'll get the gas required to kill you. We get armaments for free, which is awesome, and then you actually are dead, and we still have 1 energy left, but not really anything to do with it, so... Usually we get hexed. It's not that bad because we got a deck full of attacks. You look at this and you go, bash for 2. Do we need to? I think we should. You're going to hurt me a lot, by the way. I'm probably going to take all 21 of that damage. We're going to bring back Bludgeon. And Bludgeon will definitely kill you on the next turn. Unless it costs more than 3, which is impossible. So, you are already dead. And HP's still holding strong, considering how many enemies we've fought so far. I'm gonna take Dual Wield because there's a... Even though it's not an expensive card, which is normally what we look for. Ooh, choose a power card at the start of each combat. This card will be in your hand. Demon form. You gotta, in this situation, I think you gotta look at demon form first, right? It's a 3 energy card that gives you strength. Now, applying vulnerability is awesome. Choosing a power, oh, dude. Put demon form in my hand. It's a 3 energy card. Again, worst case scenario, it ends up giving us a 3 energy demon form. Demon form plus now. Wow, our deck has like completely changed tone. Duplicate a card in your deck. Yeah, why not? I mean, there's obviously cards we'd like to duplicate. Make a second Bludgeon, dude. I'm a firm believer in this deck now. I was talking about this before I got sidetracked, but the thing with Dual Wield is if we can play it on a 0 energy card, it can give us an advantage, or even a 1 energy card. It can give us an advantage even if it costs more. We're gonna kind of a difficult path ahead of us, but it can give us value even if it's more expensive than it normally would be. So, I mean, Demon Form is kind of slow here. But we do have 5 energy, and we don't need the block. So I'll tell you what. I think we pop this. And I do think we drink the strength potion as well. And then we just go on. Well, let's look at the math. 28, 42 damage. Let's just take the largest one down to probably within lethal range on the next turn. Because we have, we're going to have 5 strength up. We're probably going to take some heat. So first, I mean, I love it. Secondly, if we look at this, right now this only gives us 5 block. We're only taking 12 this turn, which is basically nothing. But can I get a kill? 51. I can get a kill. And we might draw a 0 energy card. Let's start and see what we draw. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain some block. Alright. And then actually, now we take no damage. Beautiful. Hello, Tomo. My sweet Tomo boy. My son. I mean, I'd really like you to just be dead. I hate this a little bit, but I think you just like armaments, defend, and strike. It's like a lame play. We should have copied more bludgeons, considering it costs 0. Just like flood your deck with these bludgeons, and then if you could draw 3 of them a turn, you just need 1 of them to be cheap, and you're good. But yeah, we need to think about the long-term approach, and you know, having to wait 1 extra turn does not matter at all. We're gonna skip these, even though they're pre-upgraded. I don't want to take them because they are not expensive. This is more along the lines of what we're looking for. A 1 energy demon form. And admittedly, wait a minute. You're gonna hit me for 24? Not you, Tomo. You're cool. We definitely want to play demon form. Let's just get that out there. Then it's like second wind will give us 15 block. And it'll also give us another... Well, let me think about this. How many, Wait, we'd actually get 9 block per card, so we really only need to exhaust 2. So I think it doesn't really make sense to dual wield, except that I'm going to play dual wield right here so that I don't, we're going to take 1 damage in the process, which is nothing, by the way, but we're going to dual wield there just so dual wield doesn't get exhausted, because we might want it to show up again in the future depending on how long the fight goes on for. So a bash for 0 is just incredible. And then I'm kind of looking at this like, are you dead if I play offering? Probably. Definitely. Are you dead? You're dead already. I don't even need to play offering. Nah, it just doesn't fit. This deck is good. It's actually like kind of scary good. So I kind of do want to give you a card. There are like, not every card in this deck is gas right now, you know what I mean? We're not really using Dark Embrace Plus. Or Feel No Pain for that matter, but it is hard to pass up powers, and then we look at our 1 energy cards, and I'm like, you know what? Just do the classic thing. Take a single strike and we'll be happy. Even if they're disappointed with me, I'm happy. Gotta love it. And again, you kind of look at this and you go, what if you just dual wield demon form? I think that is a funny play that is not actually as good as it looks. But what else can we duplicate? We don't have any 0 energy attack. So let's start with offering and try to get a 0 energy attack. We did not get a 0 energy attack. So I think we'll opt for an armaments first because it does upgrade Searing Blow. Now it's like lethaling this guy right off the bat. We might as well play a demon form. We got kind of like an awkward amount of HP. Or amount of energy, I should say. So I think I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna headbutt you, so you're dead. We'll bring back an Armaments Plus for the next turn. And I think we'll... we might as well... It doesn't matter, but... We'll dual wield on Bash. And the whole reason we do that is it's free, but then also it fills our deck with more 2 energy cards that have upsides. So I think it has a very sensible sort of use case for it. Let's put it that way. So this guy's got to go, and we can do so pretty easily. You lived? I'm very mad. We should have played armaments first, obviously. I'm marginally upset by my own idiocy. The turn still worked out fine, but we did our math incorrectly, and now I feel like a dummy. We're making progress, but it's very slow. That's okay. Oh, dude. Extremely excellent. I believe this deck can go all the way. Of course, to some extent, it depends on the, the enemies that we end up running across. Still, though. Alright, so we like a lot of this. In particular, I'm looking at it like, does dual wield clothesline just kill you? And the answer is no. Does headbutt, strike, clothesline kill you? The answer is no. We have to weaken you, and then I can look at it more closely. Like, we definitely want to play both of our defense, which cannot be doubled via dual wield. And I probably want to headbutt you after that, and we'll bring back a bludgeon, which will kill you next turn no matter what, so we might as well block. In the end, we take 6 damage, which is nothing, really. And you're dead. Prayer Wheel, I don't know what this card does. Non-boss chests now also contain cards. So once per floor, you get a chance to pick a card out of your... Well, I guess you could also get it in question mark rooms, especially thanks to Tiny Chest, but still. Oh, dude. So, it's not an amazing draw right off the bat, but there's some good stuff going on here. Offering for 2 is essentially card draw for free. It costs you HP, which is not 0, but it's not that important. I got 2 bludgeons for 0, which is just disgusting. I'm very tempted to use them on this guy, but knowing we could wipe 13 damage off the table is just, like, too strong. Then... this is like, it's a little block, but it's not much. But it does give us card draw. It's slightly better than playing a basic defend because of the exhaust synergy. Okay. Unfortunately, dual wield doesn't really work with anything here, but it is the right price. So I think we would look at this and go, geez, man. I'm gonna hit you with the only thing that punches through your armor. That's what it's gonna come down to. And I'm also gonna hit you with the weak potion just so we take less damage. That way we can feel more inclined to upgrade a card at our rest stop. This is still fine. It started a little weak, but it's still fine. So we'll upgrade everything, and then we'll definitely bash you. Bash for 1. Bash plus for 1, really. And then Pommel for 0 is incredible. And Searing Blow is free, and your armor is just getting destroyed here. And let's choose to take no damage, because we literally had no other options there, which is ideal. You're probably dead on the next turn. I love it. This is, I hated Bludgeon for so long. Whirlwind is like a better cleave, but I don't think that X is what you want in a Snecko-Eye deck. I think that you want a bigger number there. So we will upgrade a card. We might as well upgrade Carnage to make it more playable and thus hopefully not exhausted as quickly. And this, I don't think it matters that much what we upgrade. But anyway, what I was going to say is, like, once you think about it critically, it just makes no sense to be skipping that card. If you don't want it, just don't play it, you know? So how are we approaching this? I think I'd rather... I mean, Perfected Strike is a no-brainer. I'm gonna bash so that I can start to get rid of these energy or artifact charges on you. We didn't do too bad. Maybe we had 45 damage on the first turn, and we played a slow card in the form of Demon Form. So start with an Armaments here. It's pretty tempting to play a 3 energy Bludgeon, but I mean, I know, like, we could generate a ton of block by doing this and then doing this. It still leaves us with 2 energy, so it's not bad. But it's not particularly strong. You know, I should probably err on the side of setting ourselves up for the future, especially when it's only turn 2, you know? You can afford to lose a little bit of HP to make yourself stronger later, but it is marginally annoying. So I'm gonna definitely hit you with that. I'm gonna play Offering because, again, it is essentially free card draw. And we drew Carnage again, which is just hilarious. But anyway, we'll hit you with that. And then you are just going to be killed. And you're going to give us back Dark Embrace, which is like the perfect 1 energy card to play. And we are way ahead of the curve. Remember, the longer the fight goes on, the better it is for us as a result of Demon Form. So, definitely Armaments for free. I'll bash you, purge your last artifact charge. Then I'll weaken you. We are going to take 9 damage, but This guy's gonna get hit, like, disgustingly. And he's still, like, doing nothing, which is amazing. It's perfect. This turn does suck. Except we get a 0 energy bludgeon. And then what do? I don't know. I don't want to lose Carnage, because, again, it's so nice with the fact that it's expensive, so if we get it for cheap, it's incredible. I'm thinking we, like, have to have you here. Very easy fight, honestly, all things considered. I think you take Barricade because it's expensive. And I don't know if we've ever had a... Man, I kind of hate all of these, but I guess we can take it... The thing is, I think we're so good on this run. I want to take something that gives us a benefit, but doesn't necessarily compromise our abilities. So, I would have preferred like a Sozu or something like that. Dude, Time Eater is exactly the guy we want to see, to be honest with you, because we don't play a combo deck here. Alright, we gotta be smarter when we deal with these guys. Like... with actually no exaggeration. I think I'm gonna choose to take a little damage on this turn. Remember, we get potions at the end of each combat, so I'm gonna and just kill you. We'll bring back Bludgeon. Awesome. So now we've taken out the most annoying enemy by far. Sure, you're gonna fill our deck with dazes, but the thing is, a Bludgeon kills you like instantly. You're kind of a problem. Ah. All is forgiven. And with 2 energy left, that's 12 damage. Hit you. I forgot about this one, but that's fine. We ended up being able to play it regardless. You're probably dead next turn, and that's really, really nice for us, actually. I'm a firm believer in this deck. This is the most I've believed in a deck while having, like, the least reason to believe in a deck. And all I mean by that is, we have like 7 relics. We have 8 relics. And yet I'm looking at this like, this is incredible. Fire breathing is just too cheap to be likely to be useful. Normally when I get confident about a run, it's because I get like relics off the screen. We might as well take Madness. It's just, if you have the HP for the event, it's the demonstrably correct choice. Now here, I mean, absolutely, I think, I'm completely fine with that. You might be saying, well, why not add, like, Omamori? I'll just choose not to get curses. And also, I took Rupture because we have Offering in our deck. That was my reasoning there. I know it's a cheap card. It's a cheap card that can give us a strength upgrade whenever we play a card we already kind of like. So, we'll start with Barricade, because it's free, and Demon Form, because it's free. And then, I think we probably pop our Energy Potion on this turn. We might, you know, use them if we got them, right? So I'm going to weaken you, or vulnerable you first, and then I'm going to weaken you, so you're going to do less damage. And then I'm going to bludgeon you. And you're, like, very nearly dead, but you can't quite get there. So I'm going to offer up a little block, so we're going to overheal through this. This is totally fine. Actually completely fine. And then a Pommel Strike just kills you. Beautiful. Nothing here fits. We're dodging elites because we hate the Nemesis. It's another very annoying fight, but at least it's not against Thorny Boys. So I think I'll just wipe you. I might as well... Well, we should decide. Are we going to play Armaments on this turn? I think the answer is probably no. So I'm going to weaken you. Actually, the answer is definitely yes, because I want block. And then I can kill you. The thing is, you're gonna hit me for 8. You're so lucky. You're actually gonna... Oh, no, you're not gonna live. You're gonna hit me for 8 when you explode, but you were gonna hit me for 8 if you didn't explode, so it's like a win-win for us right now. And again, Bludgeon will just kill the Repulsor on the next turn. So it's extremely high value for 1 energy. I think we'll just play it safe and we'll use Second Wind to exhaust all the garbage. And then we'll pass turn. We got this. I think we've got this whole run. So I know that this is like, you know, I changed my opinion on this item so much that it's going to give you whiplash or something, but I think actually Snecko Eye might be like the best relic in the game. Oh, you idiot. Why not just throw up some kind of block? I do think Offering still works. The thing with Offering is if you have HP, as long as it costs less than 2, you gain energy. If it costs 2, you still draw cards. So it's usually worth it. I think, at least. Yeah, when it's up. Why not? Upgrade a Bludgeon. You love it when it shows up. You love the old version. You'll love the new recipe. Alright, we start with 5 energy. Amazing. Throw a Demon Form in there. Start with an Offering, man. Oh my lord. Well, let's think. Probably want to wipe this guy if possible. We have a bash or something first? We do. Okay, so we'll uppercut, which is amazing. And then you're dead. Okay, so there's 8 damage off the field. We still have 5 energy. I don't love what we got here. I'm going to play Offering. I'm not going to play Dark Embrace. I think it actually kind of sucks. We have 6 energy now. I'm going to hit you. Definitely Carnage. Perfected Strike will not kill you. I'm gonna drink the Strength Potion. Perfected Strike will kill you. Alright. Now, we have another Campfire right after this. So instead of drinking the Energy Potion, I'm just gonna let you hit me for 4. We did lose 8 HP just from playing Offering, but... Okay, here's how you do this. You headbutt, you bring back a Bludgeon. Is armaments free? No. You bash because it costs 0. You pommel, and you get Bludgeon for 1, which you didn't even need because you had the strike and he was vulnerable, but still. Heavy Blade. Absolutely. Totally fits the archetype of the deck now. This time, I think I'm actually going to rest. And then we'll try to dodge the... Oh, we'll go for upgrades, I guess. Anchor's nice, especially because it sort of works with Calipers, and Barricade, for that matter. Dude, we just keep getting stronger, really. Like, this is almost approaching, like, I feel bad for the game. Let's upgrade Pommel, so it gives us more card draw, more chance to draw into value. Stop with the thorns, you jerks! Whatever, we start with 10 blocks, so... Throw a Demon Form in there. Madness is instant value, and it hit Headbutt. We have nothing in that pile yet, though, so we'll pop Offering, of course. Well, we gotta start playing some cards. I think we'll Uppercut, and then we'll Headbutt. And this brings back Uppercut. Then we'll drink the Swift Potion to try to draw. It's 26 damage for free. So, do we have a cheap defend? Not really. So I'm going to let you do a little damage to me to kill you. And then you're the next one here. So I think we dual wield Carnage. And I think I'm going to let you hit me again. Now... Do I like that? Yeah, why not? Punch through his armor on the first turn. This is actually really good. Can we deal 41 damage to an enemy in a single turn? Usually. Definitely. Start with the Searing Blow +1, dude. Why not? We have a really easy path to the final area here. Enemies start with 1 weakness. We have nothing else to do with our gold, probably, so sure. Makes our first turn that much easier. We've had a really easy final floor here. I'll just level with you. You know what? Yeah. Upgrade to Heavy Blade. As long as you're upgrading a card that's not a strike or a defend, I think you're happy with your performance here. This is the least relics I've, like, ever had and been happy about. I love it. You know what? Let's ignore his debuff, and at which point, like, I don't think we can be killed by this guy, because he's bad. That was a weak turn. We still did 52 damage to him, and his ability did not work. The thing that gives him, like, all of his value did not work. Well, I'm gonna strike you. I'm gonna Carnage you. Although maybe, perhaps, I will dual wield Carnage first. It's like getting 52 damage for free. And you're dead. Wow. Absolutely. I mean, I wanna, like... It doesn't feel like we've put in the punishment to be where we are on this run, but here we are, you know? So remember, we do want to be smart when we fight this guy. And maybe, like, try to split our turns sort of 50-50. I am going to take an offering right off the bat. Am I? We do want draw. Start with Madness. The idea was, the idea behind doing that was, whatever it made free, we're gonna use. It would have been much better if it hit Bludgeon. We're gonna use Dual Field, I mean to say. So we've played 6. We could pass turn, but that's a pretty big waste. I think what we'll do is Bludgeon and pass turn, and then we got 5 cards of space to deal with on the next turn. I know we passed with energy remaining, but I think it was the right call in this one. So we want to play like 5 cards this time. We want to play 3 more. Let's play both of our powers. And then I'll just throw in the defend. I'll save the energy potion for slightly later. So we've made okay progress here. But obviously it could get better. This turn, it's kind of a weird one. Yeah, I'm not in love with the situation here. I think we want to Armaments first. Madness into Carnage, maybe? I'd hit Defend. Okay, well, we'll hit you. Defend. Defend. We definitely want to Clothesline, so you're weaker. 30 damage. Our energy potion does nothing for us right now, and we've played 6 cards, so I feel okay about this. What was that? Right. Oh, we lost Carnage, unfortunately. Now, we can play 6 cards. I think we want to be aggressive on this turn. So we'll Bash. Perfected Strike is lovely. We did play Rupture, so I'm going to play Offering, which gives us more strength gain. And then you get Bludgeon for 52 damage. Everything we do on this turn, we want it to hit, because he's so vulnerable. And that's the end of our turn, but he's probably dead next turn. We might be weakened. That would be poor. Nah, just draw reduced. A single Bludgeon wins us the game, and a lot of other cards win us the game. Actually, like a textbook win. Lucky us, man. So that's Ascension level 3, and that was just a smooth run front to back as soon as we got Snecko Eye. 571 damage is not going to impress anybody, but hey, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, but for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.